Bonjour! My name is David DeVere. I'm a wine educator and traveler, and you're watching Savvy Nomad TV, the eau de vie edition. Today is day 17 of the Costco Wine Advent box. Let's see what the box has got for us today. Okay, if you're new here and you don't know what we're doing, you can follow this link to watch all the previous 16 episodes. We're tasting these little tiny bottles, but if you don't have them, then you can follow along. There's interesting stuff in each episode. All right. 17. Well, where is it? Right here. I think that one's empty. Just got that one up there. So this is all done. That's all done. That's all done. It's a white wine, Cotes de Gascogne from France. Okay, I think I know what this is, but let's give it a taste. Okay, day 11 we had a Cotes de Gascogne red. Now, day 17, we've got a Cotes de Gascogne white. What can we infer from this? Well, they're both from the area, this large growing area called the Cotes de Gascogne. We don't know what the grapes are. Well, why not? Well, partially because it's a large area and the French don't like to put grape varieties on their bottles. Why don't they? Well, because they say in their labeling laws that you should make the wine based on the historic standard of the area that it was grown and produced in. Okay, well that's interesting. That means that in each part of France that is making wine, you'll have a rule that says if it's from Sancerre, it needs to be, and it's white, it needs to be Sauvignon Blanc, it needs to be harvested this way and grown this way and fermented this way and bottled this way. Okay. If you don't want to do all these things, you don't have to, but you can't call it a Sancerre. You just call it Sauvignon Blanc, France, and it's not done all these ways, so you can't call it Sancerre. Conversely, if you have a wine from Chinon, that's a town not far from Sancerre, that is a red wine is their best known varietal, and it's Cabernet Franc. So you have to grow Cabernet Franc all these ways in Chinon. If you don't want to, you can call it Cabernet Franc, but you can't call it Chinon. Why does this matter? It matters because the more specific you get with the growing area in France, or really anywhere in the world, the better the quality of the wines are. If you can harvest just this one plot of wine or grapes and make that into wine, it will be much more expressive than a pile of wine or a big vat of wine made from grapes from all over the place. Does that make sense? One small little plot is going to make better wine than grapes from all over. Okay, so here we have a Cotes de Gascogne. These are grapes from all over the Cotes de Gascogne. They don't have to put their grape varietal on there. They probably don't even want to. So what do we have to do? We have to infer. We have to think about what they grow there. Well, what do they grow in the Cotes de Gascogne? That's white. They grow Sauvignon Blanc. They grow Semillon. They grow Ugni Blanc. And they grow Colombard. Now, Ugni Blanc and Colombard are grown particularly to make brandy. Ugni Blanc is not very tasty as a wine, so it's probably just a brandy. Although they could have bottled Ugni Blanc and put it in here, we won't know. But I would guess it's probably Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon because that's more common for this area's styles of wine. But it could be Ugni Blanc, it could be Colombard, it could be a blend of all three of those. We just don't know because they're using the label Cotes de Gascogne. And it's such a big area that we don't know exactly what's in there. And if it was a smaller area, even all the way down to a producer or a field, like in Burgundy, they name the fields. And then you know exactly what and where the grapes come from. And those things have specific flavors and aroma and become some of the most prized wines in the world because they're so specific to a place. And obviously, they make a very few bottles of wine for the amount of harvest they have because it's just like an acre or less. Anyway, that's why we've got a white wine with no grape information. Now, we could turn on the back sometimes. The producers will put information on the back for you, and they'll tell you that. So you can have a French bottle that says something in the front that you don't know, and you can turn it around and you can find the information on the back. This, no information. So I'm going to guess Sauvignon Blanc Semillon blend. That's what I'm hoping for. And I hope it's not Uni Blanc because that'll be really depressing. Let's test the temperature. 59.9. That's okay. It's a little warm, but I'll take it. Now, if it's Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon, what are we looking for? Well, Sauvignon Blanc is going to be very aromatic and fruity, citrus forward. So grapefruit, and it could even have the aromas of cut grass, limes, lemons. Semillon is sweet, thicker bodied, heavier, and it's not, usually the blend is mostly Sauvignon Blanc with a little Semillon added in. Semillon can have the aromas of creme brulee, honey, shortbread biscuits, apricots. That's about it, all I can think off the top of my head. These little bottles are really full. I think I've probably spilled 3 or 4 of them. All right, let's fill out the chart. 217, we've got a Cotes de Gascogne. And it's, the varietal is a blend we don't know. And what's it aged in? It could be aged in oak, or it could be aged in stainless. Again, we don't know. Oak, stainless. And with these are, this box is full of table wines. Table wines are less specific. They're general wines. Usually you can go to a producer's website and they'll tell you, sometimes quite detailedly, what they've done, when they harvested. Sometimes they'll tell you the day they harvested, if it was in the morning or the afternoon, what kind of oak they used, whether it was a used oak barrel, a new oak barrel, where the oak came from. There's lots of geeky information out there for wine people, which frankly I like because it's fun to travel vicariously with wine. That's one of the things I like about wine. It allows me to go to these places from my living room, and that's really fun. Okay, let's smell this. Oh, that smells good. I think I'm right about the Sauvignon Blanc Semillon blend. If this was Uni Blanc, it wouldn't really have a very good aroma. It would be flat and very, very tart and very, very clear. Semillon adds quite a bit of color to the Sauvignon Blanc, which can be kind of greenish, and Semillon really brightens it up, makes it more golden. Uni Blanc is almost completely clear when you see it as a wine. Oh, that's honey and citrus. Oh man, this one, that smells delicious. Okay, fill out the card. We've got gold, we've got medium color, and delicious aroma. I'm going to give it a 9 for aroma. That's awesome. Let's see how it smells. I mean, how it tastes. Dry or sweet? Dry. Body? Medium. Acidity? That's fresh. Absolutely. It's not really high acid, which again goes to my idea that it's Semillon blended with Sauvignon Blanc. If it's Uni Blanc, the acid would be off the charts here. So I don't think we have Uni Blanc. Of course, I'm probably going to get someone years from now leaving a comment that they're the producer of this and it was Uni Blanc. Anyway, I think I know what I'm talking about. Acidity. It's good. I'm going to give it an 8. All right, I'm going to taste it again for balance. Okay, let's think about the balance. Alcohol, do you notice it? No. Acidity is good. No tannins. Sugars are not pronounced. They're not over the top, and they're not under. Sometimes Semillon can be used to make really, really sweet, sticky dessert wines. So the sugars can be quite pronounced in some of these blends. This is not too bad. This is really unctuous in my mouth. I quite like it. It's a good balance. Is it perfect harmony with varietal and style? Ugh. Boy, I don't know. Okay, 9, fine. I'll do it. I'll give it a 9. Flavors and depth for complexity. This is really where you have to think about what you're drinking. Are there multiple distinctive flavors? Maybe not. Maybe not multiples. Is this a 7 for complexity? That's quite a good score in complexity. This is usually where I'm the hardest on a wine. Sure, 7. And finish in length. How's the finish? Sauvignon Blanc generally has a nice finish. It sticks around for a while. Semillon, if you had it as a dessert wine, like one of the top dessert wines, the top dessert wine in the world is the Sauterne. That's Semillon. That has this amazingly long finish that goes on for like a week. How's this finish? It's long. It is nice. It's adding to the sensation. Salivating. I want to drink this some more. Long finish adds to the sensation. 8 points. Okay, this is scoring up to be good. I'm going to go do my math. All right, here are my day 17 final scores for our Cotes de Gascogne white blend. 9 for aroma, 8 for acidity, 9 for balance, 7 for complexity, 8 for finish and length. That's 41 points. Add that to 50, we've got 91. I'll be. That's interesting because our Cotes de Gascogne red, I gave 91 points to that too. So it's a tie, red and white, both from the same region. I guess I like them both the best. I'm surprised. I'm just surprised. I didn't think that the wine box could produce 91 point scores more than once. Now we've had it twice and both from the same region. If you were going to go out and look for a Cotes de Gascogne wine, you're not going to find a white or a red in the store. What are you going to find? Well, you're going to find a Bordeaux Blanc. You can look for the words Bordeaux Blanc. Those will be a little bit lower quality. Or you can look for the word Graves. That's an area in Bordeaux that uses Sauvignon Blanc and Semillon to make white wines. Same blend, same style, similar results. These are pretty inexpensive. Actually, $15 or so will buy you a decent Graves or Bordeaux Blanc. I would seek out the Graves more than I would seek out the Bordeaux Blanc, as the one from the more specific area will be better in quality. But there you go, a new white wine for you to add to your list. I think this one's quite nice. I liked it a lot. If you've enjoyed this episode and you like this wine, please leave me a comment down below. If you like the episode, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. We are growing a wine community, and it's fun. So until tomorrow for day 18, until then, I say à tout à l'heure and cheers.
Hello. Another Cotes de Gascogne. I don't know if I can smell that. I think I need a tiny bit more because I'm all about sniffing. All right. Nice looking. That smells like something I know. Ooh, I wish I knew the grape. It kind of reminds me of that other one that other day. The one that reminded me of the Fino Sherry. I can't think what that was. This is smooth, a little bit burny. Went down pretty easy. I thought it was quick over, but now I feel like the finish is actually lasting. I've been talking to the power company, so I'm just going to take this. Cheers.